It's Geoff Schwartz with Armin and Levac, Giants offensive lineman, every Tuesday at 5:15. Thanks to the G-Box Gym in Clifton Park. And Schwartz, the hot topic today, of course, is Chris Borland, the leading tackler last year as a rookie replacement at linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers. Borland has decided that he is going to retire at the age of 24 because of concerns over head trauma. And you have been very active on Twitter today, commenting about the early retirement of a 24-year-old in the NFL.
Yeah, I definitely think that he took a lot of courage, and I do respect him for making this decision because obviously he put a lot of time into it, and obviously it was something that was on his mind, and it's tough to walk away from this game, especially, all reports are that he loved the game, and obviously it pays well, and there's a lot of perks to be an NFL player. But it just seemed like he had little doubts about about his life after football, and if you're not going to be committed to understand the risks of the game and playing with doubt in your mind about getting hurt, then it's best that he decided to retire.
And I've noticed there's been some flare up because when you say if you're not committed to it, then it's best to get out of it. You're mostly pointing out the fact that if he's got doubt in his mind, he needs to get out of here, right?
Yeah, I mean, part of being committed to the game is the fact that there's going to be injuries, and you have to know that, and you have to play without fear of getting hurt. Because when you play with doubt at all, you move a little slower, you act a little slower, and you're going to actually get hurt. And it's a game where you have to kind of put everything into it. Your entire life has to be football to be successful. I mean, there's guys that don't do that, and they're not successful, and it's not a surprise. But the guys that are fully committed to doing it, listen, I had surgery, I have a dislocated toe, and I'm still not, worried about injury. You can't play this game having, doubts at all. And that's what I meant by that, commitment, because that's part of it. Being health concerns is part of the commitment of playing in the NFL.
Armin and Levac, 104.5 The Team, 104.5theteam.com. Jeff, do you feel like it's a trend that more and more football players are going to retire early because of head trauma concerns?
I don't think so. They're always going to find someone to take people's spots when guys retire. I do think it's something that we do think about. I know my wife thinks about it. I know she doesn't want me to end up with with issues when I'm done playing, and I'm sure I'll have them. Hopefully not not CTE, but I'm sure I'll have days where I wake up and joints don't feel so good, and I think it's just part of the risk of playing. And obviously the CTE numbers seem to be growing, which is alarming. But I think it's just when you play, you're very confident, and the confidence I think makes you think that it's never going to happen to you. And while I know there's a possibility that I could have long-term effects, I just you try not to think that's going to happen to you.
Geoff Schwartz, Giants offensive lineman. Jeff, look, football's it's a dangerous sport. Is the NFL doing everything they can to protect players from head injuries right now in 2015?
They're trying, I believe. I'm not really in those conversations or kind of worry about that type of stuff. I think that they're doing what they can. A lot of it, comes down to the guys. Borland said in his interview that they posted last night that he had a concussion, I think, in camp, or he felt like he did, and he didn't want to tell anybody because he was competing for a spot. And then that's kind of where I don't know if the NFL has really adapted to that yet. Alex Smith is a good example. He had a concussion, and then all of a sudden he lost his job. And I think for some guys, maybe they don't want to take that risk and report a concussion. I know that I wouldn't call it a concussion. I got dinged once in a game in my 7 years, and it wasn't even enough to say anything. But I've seen guys that have played through concussions because they just don't want to come out of the game, or they're fearful that the spot will be lost.
Geoff Schwartz, Giants offensive lineman with Armin and Levac, every Tuesday at 5:15, thanks to the G-Box Gym in Clifton Park. Jeff, I hate hypotheticals because, the what-if scenario, but I'm interested in this. If you have what you believe to be a concussion during a game, you hit your head very hard, and you're questioning yourself if you had a concussion. Will you pull yourself out of the game to go get examined and see if you had a concussion, or will you keep playing?
Well, I'd go out. I understand that that you can keep that stuff looked at, and especially, now that we know the risks, maybe when I was a rookie, when I was trying to compete to make the team, I might have stayed in there. But I know that, like I said, that I want a life after football, and I'm going to protect myself. And, if I feel that I'm not fit to play, I'm not going to be in there.
Do you believe the majority of the NFL players would take themselves out, or do you believe that they don't recognize, understand, or for whatever reason would keep themselves in the game?
I think it's split. It's kind of your own personal, opinion on it. I think some guys, feel that they're tougher than someone else. They're going to stay in the game. Maybe guys don't realize they're concussed. I've never had a concussion, so I can't, I've never been in those shoes of someone who's been, concussed. I know that, we had a guy last year who, got a concussion Sunday but had no effects till Wednesday. So, you just never know. He played the rest of the game, and he was totally fine. And Wednesday morning, all of a sudden, he had symptoms. So it doesn't always show right away either.
Jeff, let's have some fun on the field. You've got that new three-headed monster in the backfield. You met Shane Vereen. What was your first takeaway for your new teammate?
Well, I know Shane through my brother because they played together in college. They're the same recruiting class, so I've kind of watched him play through college and what he's done in New England, and he's a great addition to what we do offensively. He's a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Hopefully he can help our spring game a little bit. He just adds another dynamic to be able to maybe, have Rashad in the game and maybe even put Shane in the slot. And there's a lot of things to do there, with another weapon. And you can never have enough weapons in this league. You saw what injuries did to our team last year. And, you see other teams, the NFL, stockpiling up on weapons, and that's what we did too.
Geoff Schwartz, Giants offensive lineman with Armin in the back. All right, Jeff, so Levac is now going to the G-Box gym in Clifton Park. I'm proud of him. He's hitting the weights a couple times a week. Levac, tell Schwartz what you're doing, what you're working on, how you're doing it, and then I want Schwartz to critique your workout routine.
Well, we're just getting started. We've been focusing on everything, getting a day-by-day routine going. But 4 days a week, 3 days, where I'm doing a set muscle group, and then 3 days where I'm doing cardio as well. So one day this is just cardio, which I absolutely hate with a passion. Cardio is my least favorite thing in the universe.
What are you doing with cardio? Are you doing just elliptical, or what's the?
I've been trying to switch it up. I do elliptical one day, I'll do the treadmill another, and then dealer's choice.
Just bring your iPad and watch something on your iPad while you do it.
I know it's weird though, because I'll be doing that, and then I want to fast forward through the other thing because I hate cardio that much.
Here's the thing, though, and this is the same way with I just started my diet again last week with no carbs. I haven't had carbs. What's today? Tuesday, so I haven't had carbs in 6 days. So the thing about it is that once you commit yourself to doing it and you start feeling better, then you want to do it more. So that's kind of the thing with working out too. When you start working out again, especially for me, in the off season when I come back working out, I kind of don't want to do it. Then all of a sudden I start feeling good, and then you want to do more of it. That's what you have to do. You have to work out, you have to eat right. Eating right is almost more important than the working out.
Geoff Schwartz, Giants offensive lineman with Armin and Levac, every Tuesday, 5:15, thanks to the G-Box Gym in Clifton Park. Remember to follow him on Twitter, always entertaining, at Geoff Schwartz, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube as well. And if you really want to get crazy, you will follow his dog, at Oslo Pepperoni.
You should. He's blown up. By the way, so I'm giving away a signed Giants jersey, of my Giants jersey, because everyone's asking me if it's going to be Odell. Yeah, I know. I guess I can do Odell, but I haven't thought about it.
You should sign Odell's.
If you go to my Facebook page, I just tweeted about it too, and join my NCAA, my March Madness bracket on Yahoo. And you can, if you win the bracket, you win the jersey. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty fun. It's a fun thing to do. I don't really follow college basketball, but I know a lot of people do, and I like to have fun with the brackets. And this is a fun way to fill out a bracket and hopefully win a Giants jersey.
Can I win it?
Yes.
See, Levac likes.
The bracket name is March. The Schwartz be with you.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's cute. I like that. All right, so go to Geoff Schwartz Facebook page.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Get in on his bracket so you can win the autographed Geoff Schwartz.
I might change it to that.
I don't know. I think once you lock it in.
Family bracket, though.
Well, Schwartz could mean a million things.
All right, Schwartz. So good to talk to you, man. We'll talk to you again next week. Appreciate your time as always.
All right. Take care, guys.